Hello, everybody. Again, this is the picture that I'm planning on doing because it's got a nice big sky in it, and I can make a bit more of this than shows in the photograph. So I'm only going to tackle the sky today. I'm not going to do anything much down here at all, if anything. And I suppose first, do I need to tell you anything about pastel? Right, I'll go through the story. You can use the pastel. Nice bit. You can use your pastel on its side like that. You can use your pastel on its edge to make marks like that. If you're lucky enough to have an edge on your pastel where it's worn down, you can sometimes get a nice thin line if you need to by finding where your edge is and using that to draw your line. So that's the basic understanding of pastels. The other thing to say is you can mix them if you wish. People do mix them using their finger or a thing. Excuse me. I think it's behind you, Steve. No, I haven't. Oh no, it looks like a pencil, but it's made of paper. And when you want, you can clean it off, and you can use that to rub in your pastel, to meld your pastels together. I prefer to see the pastel stroke as far as possible because I think that shows it's a painting and not a miraculous thing that came out of the sky. But it's up to you if you want to do that. That means that if you want a pale blue, for instance, for down here, then you need a pale pastel, like that one. And if you want a darker blue, then you need a darker pastel. I think it's that one. This is the darkest blue I've got. Yeah. So that's quite a bright blue for up here. So I'll just begin. I think it's the best thing to do, isn't it? So up in this corner here, we've got a big patch of blue, which, it's lovely. One of the things about pastels is you've got the colour in your hand. There's no brush, there's no water, there's no oil, there's no nothing. It's just you and the colour, which is absolutely exhilarating if you're a colour fiend like me. And because I know that I want to keep the blue here, I'm pushing on the pastel quite strongly to get it quite bright. I know that I'm not going to want to, get more pastel in here than I've got. Right, now, the other thing is, if I need to work out where the horizon is. It'd be a good idea, wouldn't it, to work out where the bottom bit's going to go. Well, in my picture, it's less than a quarter down here. But I'm going to make it about there, I think. So I'm putting my horizon about there. I think that could be easily paler if I've got one. That's a paler blue. So I'll use this one here. To give me my horizon line. I can easily, tidy it up when I put the Brodgar in. Right, okay. So now, if I look at that, I've got some dark clouds here. And I need to find the dark. Not that one. It's a bit dark. I never find what you want when you want. That will do. Right. It's not too desperately dark because it's in the distance. So I'm just going to put in a piece a bit off. And you can put it in sideways, you can take it like that, if you wish. And if I take it down so that one goes over the other, they mildly blend with each other, while at the same time giving me quite a nice line. A great splash of it over here too. Let's go get a bit over there. But I'm only doing this side lightly because I'll be adding more colour, different colours in there to make it a bit more. And that got to go out. That was me practicing colours and not getting the right answer. Right, so I've got that. Now I'm going to introduce a little bit of light. So I'm going over to the white now, but because I'm working on top of that grey, this part is a bit more misty, a bit more. It's bringing out the purpley tones in the colour here. That's it. Right. I don't want the clouds to be just grey. That's a bit miserable. So adding a bit of purple to them just to warm up the sky a little bit. Just bring it on. The beauty of pastel is that when you put one over the other, you get that blurred edge that you so often get in clouds. Right, now I want to put some real white on this. So I'm pressing with the point of the pencil, point of the pastel here, to get some really strong white onto my clouds. And then I can just whisker the edges a little bit to soften the edges in. This comes down here. push hard enough, you do get a strong sheer colour. And if you want something a little bit more nuanced, you just work a little bit more lightly. Incidentally, it's better to work upright with pastel because the pastel drops off the, should have something on the floor here. A bit belated, but I'll do it. To pick up the bits that drop. Got a swallow my skirt everywhere. Right. I'm using the smooth side. This has got that's why I was testing up there. This paper has got a grid on it on one side where the cloth that the paper was made on, the paper rested on that. So this side is smoother. You can use a gridded side, but I find the grid is such a regular pattern that it actually, well, I think it spoils the picture. It just gives you an extra thing to fight. You know, you don't need anything to fight if you can possibly avoid it. About working one pastel on top of the other. I'm not actually rubbing them in together, but I am using one pastel to create the blend, if you like, in the other. Right, now then. I've no fear, it will be well. I keep telling myself. Even quite dark colours can be blended. But you get the drama, if you like. Of the clouds and what's happening to them. Lose track of where you are, the spider. Yeah, I'm just doing that. I hope you're not seeing like just my head. But, Rachel, break in and tell me if you're seeing just my head. I think the thing is.
No, we are looking right over the top of your head. It's fine.
All right, that's good then. How's it looking?
Fabulous.
Rubbish. Getting a bit more of that blue. Strong. Come on, you get it. Ah. I think we're getting there slowly. Slowly. It's a bit light. A bit light. Ready. It's one of the easy things to do is to tidy the clouds up, you know. It's a temptation to make things look just a little bit I think we just must be tidy people, you know. What's in here? I've lost the grey, so I don't know. I don't know where it is now. Somewhere. Okay. Next we go. Okay. Nope. Blue. Oh, nice. It's hiding. It's funny. Right. So use So you can see where I've started to add the purple, how much more life it gives to the picture than just using the grey. It's not wrong to use the grey, I just think it makes it a more interesting picture if you've got something a bit more colourful. There's more light clouds over here. I don't have more of that, can I think pastel's a very freeing medium to use because you can just go on scrubbing around until you get what you want. You know. Makes it it's quite nice. Yes, an instant effect. And because it's in your hand, somehow feels like you've got more control over what you do. You certainly have more control than you do with watercolour, don't you, Margaret? How are we doing, Rich? Time?
You're doing fine. It's 27 minutes past, so you've got about 10-15 minutes.
Oh, Lord, that's far too long.
Well, you don't have to take all the 40 minutes.
Well, that's true. But the thing is that what I'm doing is continuing to play with it until I get the effect that I want. I think I've got the colour basically where I want it, but some of them are a bit unfortunate in their appearance. So let's see what we can do about some of the white edges of the clouds, giving us different shapes. You've just got to work out which kind of mark gives you what you're looking for, so that you get the effect that you're after. I need to get it and have a look at this. Yeah. Oh, it's a bit wooden, isn't it? Got to do something about that. Right. So I think I need to pull this down here. Okay. And soften the edge of this. Oops, that's not what I want to do. That was a unfortunate mistake. I can easily take that off and do the, put a bit up there for me. I always think I'll start and I'll just do it in the middle. And I always seem to go right to the edge. Actually, that blue, I've lost it again. I think it was that. Oh, it wasn't. I think it could go up here. Just to increase the intensity up here. And then if I take this, whoops, I take this one, go over it, and blend it down. I get quite an intense blue up there, but these are quite soft in here. It's like clouds. So I want to stop feeling there. That one is really, really, really bright. And I don't want it jagged, but it's not really jagged. I do want it. And of course, I've got the blue in the wrong place.
10 minutes.
Right. Oops. Oh dear. Right, that is a disaster. That's the brush. Thank you. Right, that's a mistake. So, get a mistake. You just brush it out. This is just an old watercolor brush that doesn't do watercolors anymore. It will just knock the top off the pastel. Now, is this it? Not sure that was the right one. That's two. Right, I'll try again. Quite right there. No, this goes away here. Lines up there. It is quite pointy up there. Right. I wouldn't say that this is in any way finished. It gives you some idea of how to put pastels on. And if I work on it quietly at home, there's nobody watching. I might even get a picture of it. I think I think I'll leave it there for the time being. And I keep seeing things I want to do. Slowly, slowly. Yeah, I think I better leave it there before I. It's about time anyway. You've had half an hour.
Yes.
So I leave it there.